first impressions are huge. How important is the first day of school in a child's educational career in their life?
Oh, I think it's very important. And you can tell that these children and students were very excited to be here. Some a little bit overwhelmed, but just driving here this morning, we saw all of them jumping and skipping and running with their brand new backpacks and shoes. So it's very important to establish that this is a place of welcome and a place of caring adults and a place where there are going to be expectations, but we're excited about them learning.
What are some of the goals for different schools within the district this year?
Well, I'll defer to the superintendent about that, but the goals are always the same, which is to help every child reach his or her potential. And we want to make sure that we're graduating more students, that we're doing better on test scores, and that we're helping families give them the tools they need so that they can have their children reach their potential.
Our goal is to make sure that all our students will achieve in the Syracuse City School District, to provide excellent CTE programming to get the kids from kindergarten, from pre-K all the way to high school, to make sure that we're providing the support to the students, to the families, so they can be successful in the district and later on successful in life.
So you've been in the district a number of years now. You're acting superintendent. What are some of your priorities for this school year?
My priority is making sure that our students get the best resources, that they get quality education in the Syracuse City School District, that we can work together, the Board of Education, the mayor, and all of us with the parents, so we can ensure that our kids are getting the best education.
Now, because you're acting, is there any difference this year in this running of the school, or is everything just running very smoothly and you're just like plugged in, or how's it working?
Everything is running very smoothly in most of our school. We only have one school that we had some problem yesterday, but all the kids are back in school. They're excited. I have been to the high school, I've been to elementary school. I saw kids in the corners this morning, happy, smiling, ready to be in school today.
First impressions mean a lot, and what do you think your first impression is here today? Are the kids ready to get a good education?
I believe that the kids are ready. I believe the staff is ready. The schools are ready. Our support staff have done an excellent job getting the school ready, and I believe that this is going to be a great year in the Syracuse City School District.
I'm always reassured on the first day of school. You see all of these children coming with new shoes and brand new haircuts and smiling faces, and the same with the teachers and the adults in the schools. They're ready to be here. The children are ready to be here, and the atmosphere and the environment is one of positive feelings towards each other, and that's where we are as a community, and this is kind of a microcosm of the city of Syracuse. People from all different walks of life with all different experiences and backgrounds coming together to learn and to find out what they are capable of.
I just want to ask you about the lead in the water thing. I know that you've done tests, and are you with the the state initiative announced today? Are you going to continue to do testing? Are there any issues that you kind of are keeping an eye on, or anything?
We have been testing all along because we have a waiver we don't have a filtration plant, because we have a gravity-fed system. We test our water all along. We know where our lead pipes are. We continue to be vigilant about that. We have done that before everything happened. Candidly, before Flint, Michigan put this on everybody's radar, but we're helpful, and we think it's helpful that the state has called attention to it. I would say that if and when lead is found in the pipes, or found in the water, or found in the paint, that the state and federal government have a responsibility to help us remediate those problems. So the first step is identifying it, and the second is to give us the resources to help remediate these issues.
Do you have help paying for the testing, or is that just not an issue at this point? Would you like that too?
No, it's look, I'll take any help that we can get, but that's not an issue. The issue is always if and when you find it. Now, we have not found any lead in our water of any appreciable amounts or any that causes concern. That doesn't mean we stop looking at it or stop testing for it. We always do. We know in the city of Syracuse we have an issue with lead paint because of our houses are so old, and a lot of those houses, particularly among door jambs and windows, have lead paint. We have been vigilant in working with the federal government to apply for grants and to help us remediate those issues. And I don't think the federal government has done enough. And I also think that the state government could do more with investing in infrastructure, particularly water infrastructure.
Now, water was an issue today at Bellevue School. What are the plans there? What's the status, I guess?
We had staff working there overnight. The place has been dry. We're assessing the situation. We're going to have a meeting later on today, and decide whether we're going to be ready to open the schools tomorrow. We want to make sure and to ensure to the parents that they are going to go to a place that is safe, that is going to be a great learning place for our kids. So we are working very hard to get the school back.
And I would just say, having been through these kind of issues before, that oftentimes the fixing and cleaning up the water issue is the easiest part. What you want to make sure is that there's no mold.
Yes.
And that's why it's so important to make sure that you dry everything out, that it's all cleaned and it's done appropriately, because mold is pernicious and it gets in the air and can really be dangerous to a number of our students who have asthma issues or breathing issues. So it's one of the things that we can fix the water issue, fix the filter, fix all of that, but we got to make sure that it gets dry, it's cleaned, and there's no mold there.
Regarding the Alliance for Quality Education lawsuit, what's happening with that? Why are you supporting it, and how I guess, the programs that are being cut impact Syracuse City School District?
Well, look, we're just down the street is Grant Middle School, which was on a persistently failing list. They have done tremendous work to get that school off the list, and a lot of that work requires extra resources, longer days, more intensive teacher training, more resources for the teachers and the students. And then once they were able to achieve these great results, which we congratulate them for, and they should be congratulated for, the state pulls back some of that funding. How are we going to continue to keep these successful programs in place if the second you achieve it, you pull away what has enabled you to get off of that list? And so, along with school districts in Yonkers and some of the other big 5 cities that have impacted schools, I think this is important to say, if we really believe that it is a singularly important priority as a community to educate our children, we have to give resources towards that. And if we really want to help schools that are consistently failing become schools of achievement, resources are an integral part of that, as we have seen. And the last thing you want to do is pull their legs out from underneath them. Once you've given them the resources, they achieve, and then you take them away.
And it's a proof that resources can work, because there's always some questions about that, whether throwing money at it really makes a difference.
And here's a case with Grant where we know firsthand it has made a difference, because we've seen the data, we've seen the achievements, it's measurable, quantifiable, and we have done what the state has asked us to we have done what the state has asked us to do. When you talk about education, that you get your nouns and verbs to match, tenses. But if we do that, and then you pull away the resources that allowed us to put those programs in place, what good does that do? Oh, one more thing, everybody. It's September 30th. So the annual Say Yes Gala is going to be September 30th at the Landmark Theater. This is an event that we use to fundraise for the Say Yes Educational Foundation that helps to send our students to college tuition free. Obviously, we've had a lot of great news about fully funding that and getting it the commitment level to where it needs, but there's always a need for more money. There are always more students, there are always tuition grows. So this is a way for us as a community to say that we continue to support children graduating from the city high schools going to colleges tuition free. And a way we have also seen our first Say Yes graduates come back and talk to other students about their experience and about how Say Yes enabled them and their families to achieve things that they never thought were possible. So, we've had great turnout and great support from the community before, and we have every expectation that will happen again, and we hope to see everybody there.
All right.
All right, thank you.